What about Beans?
Jen?
Let's see what's about to happen.
All right, I'll play. Who'd you beat, Eric?
Well, I'm surprised these two are in the room, actually. Leilani, Maisha,
The
Stella,
champ is here.
Tina, Teresa.
It was
Anybody that
Stella.
wanted a piece of it, pretty much.
Wow, good day for you.
Good day for me. It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
You won't have it for long.
It's been a long
Exactly.
time.
You don't have it for long.
Oh, someone's raising their hand.
Jen.
Unfortunately, that's the only Beans question I have, so I'll move to something.
All right, it's been no. See you guys.
See you guys later. So I want to answer about. It's been real. Hold on, step though.
So are you guys heading to Atlanta after this then?
Yes, we are going soon.
Gotcha. So, the other night you guys obviously played well against LA's kind of small ball style, but, just curious whether you think it's easier for you guys to match up against those smaller teams or whether you think that it's an easier matchup for you guys going against the bigger teams that you guys seem to get early in the season.
I don't know about easier or harder. It's different for sure. It's different. They're quick. I mean, Atlanta they're quick and their bench is quick. If I said it was harder, that'd be kind of crazy with having played Cambage and Sill and Griner and all those guys. No, it's a different mentality, kind of everybody having to be locked into not only their man, but where the ball is at all times with Tiffany Hayes and Courtney Williams and Odyssey and Ari McDonald and all those guys. Carter, if she plays, you can't just be worried about your own man. You got to have bodies between the ball and the rim on every possession. And LA was good prep for that in a lot of ways.
Does the scrimmage that you guys played against Atlanta hold any water at this point, or do you throw that out?
I think it's just good memory for everybody about how the speed they're trying to play at, both their guards and their bigs. They did a few things like pressing and trapping in that scrimmage that stick in our players' minds, which helps prep a little bit. It's not the first time we're seeing them, but in terms of like the result, the performance, I would say probably not.
And how important was it, that LA game you were able to get, the bench players some more extended minutes, and what were some of your takeaways about how they performed in those minutes?
I mean, the biggest thing was it was good that we got some of our starters a break. I think it's good. That bench group needs, game conditioning. It's different than whatever you're going to do in practice or supplementing cardio and stuff like that. It's not the same as playing in the game. But I actually think that's a couple games in a row now. Our bench has given us a real lift. Teresa obviously had her best game offensively of the season, but her defense was really good. Also, Kiara Leslie's now had a couple good games in a row. So we're going to need them. We're going to need everybody at some point, and getting them some live minutes, stuff that we can sit down and watch some film of from the other night. It's just different than when you're trying to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You actually see yourself in the action on film, making decisions at game speed.
Any update on how Sydney Weiss's ankle is progressing?
It is progressing. She did some of practice today, so I don't know. I'm sure we'll have the official injury report out later, so I won't say anything till trainers and people get a look at her. But she's coming along. She shouldn't be too far away, but still something that she's had issues with before, so she's trying to make sure it's 100% before we throw her in a game.
Gotcha. And then last one for me, and I'll let anyone else jump in, but just curious about Stella Johnson and how she's progressing. I think Tosh or Ariel said the other night that it was really good to see her, applying things from practice to the games, but how is she developing from your perspective, and what have you been asking her to work on?
I think the biggest thing is that her teammates and coaches are on her about is opening her mouth and talking at a volume that is realistic for the game, stepping into drills and practice with a game intensity, not just trying to fit in or defer, but have to play and approach practice with a certain attitude and intensity that you need if you want to be on the court. And that's hard, especially on a team with a lot of vets. But I would, just the biggest, she came in yesterday, had probably her best workout in a while. So obviously getting a taste of some game minutes, kind of ups the focus for everyone.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Eric? That's it then. Thank you.
We go send one of these losers in here.
He was popular after all that.
Any questions for Leilani?
Oh, that's a big.
Jen?
Hey, Leilani, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
I take it you do not want to only answer questions about beans.
I think this was his first win of the whole season, so I'll let him have his moment.
He seems really pumped that.
Yeah, he's pretty excited.
Oh, that's my game. It's my game.
Oh, he's listening. He overheard.
Love it. Well, I won't get you in any more trouble. Looking at Atlanta, 2 in a row coming up against them. Do you like that, playing the same team twice in a row, or would you rather space it out?
I mean, I think it doesn't really matter either way. Obviously, we know what kind of team they are, and they've been playing a lot better as the season went on. And we like that we know that they're sort of similar to LA, as in the guards really like to drive and attack. So LA was a good warm up for us. But obviously Atlanta goes to a whole nother level, just their speed and athleticism. So it'll be a good test for us, especially defensively.
And, it looked like you guys played really well against LA, but are there things that you have particularly focused on fine tuning, leading up to Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, we're always working on ourselves and our offense, and I think it's really developed and evolved over the last probably 7 to 10 days. But defense is always something to work out. Boxing out, we gave up a lot of offensive rebounds still, and Atlanta's athletic. They can crash the boards. And a lot of it today was figuring out our offense and how to attack the pressure, because I think, lead the league in steals. They cause a lot of people to turn the ball over. So that'll be a big point of emphasis for us.
And last question for me, but, do you guys, is it easier or harder or more natural for you guys playing against the small ball lineup that like LA and Atlanta like to play versus, those big lineups that you guys were seeing a lot early in the season with like a Vegas or an Indiana? Like, is one of them, like, do you guys prefer one over the other, or is one easier to match up against?
No, I wouldn't say one's easier than the other. Well, I mean, if you're talking about Vegas, obviously with Liz inside, or anyone that has someone, 6'7", 6'8", we don't really have that height on our team, so that makes it difficult. But as far as one being harder or easier than the other, I don't think so. They both have their challenges. I think we have a nice mix of height, so we can do a bigger lineup, we can do a smaller lineup. We're kind of versatile in that way. So no, I wouldn't choose one over the other. I think they both have the challenges and advantages as well that we can capitalize on.
Awesome. Thanks, Leilani. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Teresa, how's it going?
How's it going, Jen?
Good. I guess first of all, just to start, how good did it feel the other night to see your shot fall and block 4 shots and, get kind of some extended run and pad the stat sheet a little bit?
It felt really nice. Been putting in a lot of work, and my shot has been, a little bit off during the games, and I've been putting in a lot of reps, pre-practice, post-practice, and to see it fall was really nice. It felt really good, and all my teammates were hyping me up so much. I felt on top of the world. So it was a really nice feeling to have, and yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it alone, but it was very nice to get some blocks and celebrate with everybody.
You told us earlier in the season that you had like no vertical, but the blocks say otherwise.
I mean, I've been in the weight room with Sarah. We've been working on this verticality a little bit. Obviously, all the credit goes to her for my vertical, because before Sarah, I could barely slide a credit card under there.
And I gotta ask you, I know that you are, you love to lead the bench celebrations. Did you see the Natasha Cloud et al. Dance party that broke out on the sideline?
I did. Listen, we have some really great dancers on our team. In the game was just like a piece of what everybody's capable of. We have really great rhythm. We have really great chemistry when it comes to our dance moves. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that as the season goes on.
Who is the favorite if you guys were to hold a dance off?
I feel like Tosh, she has like the rhythm and the confidence to do it. And whenever Tosh starts dancing, I just stare and smile. So it's kind of awkward for her maybe, but I have a really good time watching.
And then I just got two really quick, like more serious questions for you, and then I'll flip over to Natalie. But looking at Tina doing Tina things this whole season, is there anything that you have borrowed or stolen from her game and applied to yours yet?
I mean, I don't know if you saw in the Minnesota game, I tried to do a little Tina finger roll. No, she's a vet. She's an Olympian. She's a multiple-time All-Star. She's Tina Charles, and seeing Tina Charles take double teams and triple teams and score out of it and find the open man. She's been doing incredible things for us this season. And, watching how she maintains her high level of play throughout her career. She's been playing at a very high level for a very young age, and now she's in her 30s, still doing the exact same thing that Tina Charles was doing in her 20s. So I think the way that she's preserved her game and is able to maintain that high level of play, something that is really special with Tina, and seeing her extend her game to the 3-point line and be able to take people off the dribble and back people down, she can do it all. So having a vet like that on the court is really nice to learn from and to, take notes, because I have a similar game when in terms of face up and the 3-point line. So I really want to be able to maintain my my high energy throughout my career as well.
And then last question for me, given your style of play as kind of a stretch big, I guess, do you like playing these small ball teams like LA or Atlanta, or, if you could pick, would you rather play the, really big teams that you guys have gotten a lot early in the season?
It just depends. It depends on how people are playing coverages. With me, I just feel like I can bring a sense of spacing to our team. And if I'm standing on the 3-point line with my hands ready, then I really want teams to have to be able to respect that, therefore opening up driving lanes for my teammates. So whether it's big or small, that's my objective. That's what I'm trying to do, and knock down some shots in the process when it gets to me.
Thanks, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Natalie?
Kind of going off of one of Jen's questions, now that you've gotten back into your rhythm, how easy is that going to be to hopefully continue in the games going forward, especially with a few more coming up?
I think it's going to be incredibly important to maintain that comfort level on the floor. Throughout the season, I've been trying to figure it out a game at a time, a practice at a time, and it started to feel good. I really hope to maintain that comfort level and be able to grow on it. I made a lot of mistakes in the game as well, and there were some things I wish I could have done better. So watched some film and walked over a few things at practice today, and I just want to be able to grow on, feeling good in my shot, being in the right spots on defense, and just doing the little things.
Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.